It's officially been over 1 year since the first Spider-Man 2 reveal trailer, so what exactly is going on at Insomniac Games? Is there any chance for a big end of 2022 event from Sony? Because we got a lot of hints as of late, tweets, and now even a short video out of nowhere from Insomniac's community director. Also, the Venom voice actor teasing a major boss fight with Venom, and much more. Lots to talk about in this video, so if you're as excited as I am for Spider-Man 2, a like on this video would really help me out. Anyway, Spider-Man 2 and other first-party Sony games should have been revealed during the PlayStation Showcase 2022 back in September. The problem is, that event never ended up happening. We're now close to the middle of December and Sony still hasn't broken the silence if the showcase is indeed going to still drop before the end of the year, with rumors citing the reason for that being the new Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard. For those who watched the showcase last year, you probably already know that this is when the company announces their biggest first-party titles for the upcoming years. In 2021, they had several massive ones, including the new Wolverine game and Marvel Spider-Man 2, both titles from Insomniac Games, plus God of War Ragnarok gameplay trailer, among other titles. Well, yesterday, out of the blue, Insomniac's community director James Stevenson dropped a short teaser on Twitter, possibly indicating some kind of announcement dropping soon. Though keep in mind that this short GIF right here is just a sequence from the trailer we already had back last year. But this got me thinking, because there's only two ways I can see them revealing anything related to the game before the end of 2022. One is either by a miracle if Sony does indeed bring back the PlayStation Showcase, which I find highly unlikely this late, or the more probable as part of the promo campaign for the upcoming Spider-Man movie Across the Spider-Verse. That one isn't supposed to launch until June next year, but according to the official Spider-Verse Twitter account, we are going to get some kind of new reveal for the movie in a couple more days, precisely on December 13th. How that will look like, it's anyone's guess, but I would keep an eye out for a possible trailer or some kind of other reveal in the upcoming days, and yes, that could include Marvel Spider-Man 2 as well. Even more so with examples like CDPR seeing massive success from cross-media promos like the ones for Cyberpunk, Witcher 3 and the respective Netflix shows. It could be that Sony maybe took a page from their book and kinda wanna go in this route, but only for Marvel Spider-Man. Not that any extra hype is needed, as the reveal trailer is one of the most viewed out of all of Sony's first-party releases, with almost 30 million views to this date. But that would give the company the chance to focus on the campaign for the game without necessarily making a case in favor of Microsoft. Some insiders suggested that the reason Sony dropped the PlayStation Showcase entirely for 2022 was also to avoid making a case in favor of the acquisition of Activision Blizzard from Microsoft. As we all know, all Sony first-party releases are exclusive to the console, but it seems that they don't want the same for Microsoft, especially with some of the titles that they would get from this buyout. And it also looks like the buyout might never happen, or at least it might take a very long time. We're talking about years before that even happens. That being said though, there is a strong indication that no matter what, the game is still set to launch on its original revealed window of 2023. This confirmation came several times from Insomniac themselves, including most recently from the senior community manager, who reaffirmed it just yesterday. From the looks of it, the company has made good progress without any major delays as of yet, so 2023 is still slated as a release date. Good to note is that the game will launch exclusively on the PlayStation 5, dropping the PS4 completely, and that many of the devs immediately started working on the sequel right after finishing things off with Miles Morales back in 2020. This means Insomniac will have about 3 years of full development time to get ready with Marvel Spider-Man 2 by the time it should launch later in 2023. In any case, expect the sequel to drop in with an even bigger bang than Insomniac's previous two Spidey titles, as Tony Todd, the voice actor for Venom's character, gave us a short teaser into a particular nasty encounter between us and Venom. This was, by the way, said during the Deeper Depths interview, so totally check out the entire interview in the links down below, and a big shout out to him for this interview, as it was really awesome. But during it, Todd let it be known that Venom doesn't mess around and to expect at least the level of destruction, if not even more, of the Rhino chase scene from the beginning mission in Miles Morales, with lots of things being destroyed, shattered glass flying all over. So here, just have a listen.
Okay, you know the scene in the Miles Morales where they're chasing Rhino and they're smashing through windows. You don't know what's going to happen, and there's all skating glass falling you down on you. That's what it's going to be like.
Yes.
Venom doesn't play, man, and Venom doesn't give a damn. You don't give a damn who the damn game is named after.
So yeah, it definitely sounds exciting. I'm glad that Insomniac is taking into account Venom's sheer destructive power and also implementing a chase scene of sort. He's one of the most iconic supervillains in the Marvel Universe, and I don't think they will disappoint fans even for a second with the encounter that we'll have with him. The only question remaining is who will be the voice behind Harry Osborn now that the original actor has been recasted with somebody else. In a previously deleted tweet, Scott Porter, who is also the voice of Heimdall in God of War Ragnarok, mentioned how Insomniac decided to go with photoreal and the age difference between in-game Harry and Porter likely being the reason for why he was dropped in the first place. But dedicating so many resources to having Harry's actor scanned in-game could also solidify that this version of Venom could indeed be the final one that we're getting in Spider-Man 2 and not Eddie Brock how it is portrayed in most other comics and Spider games before, though it's equally true that many other in-universe characters also wore the Venom suit, so it's not like they can't take creative liberty and completely move away from the Eddie Brock character. In both the Spider-Man 2018 and Miles Morales endings, he's the one treated by the lab-created variant of the symbiote suit, so its alien nature is also the other thing that seems to have been changed and adapted to the new story. Curious to see in which direction Insomniac is bringing this classic encounter into. Now, this isn't where all the news ends, and there's one possible detail that seemingly everybody missed until now, and it was actually a clue that existed all along in the original trailer reveal from last year. During the dark alley scene towards the end of it, the Reddit user Dig spotted an interesting graffiti on the side of this wall that seems to show the number 718. That could mean a lot of things, but one of them is the fact that 718 is also the area code for Brooklyn, Queens, and State Island. All of these areas that we didn't have access neither in 2018 nor in Miles Morales could actually mean an insane expansion to the map in the upcoming sequel and would definitely give us a lot of things to see in the new game. I really don't think that Insomniac is going to do a third game with the exact same map, so there's bound to be some huge changes coming to it, even more so that there's no longer restrictions of hardware since everything is done on the PlayStation 5. But this is pretty much it with the news. Let me know down below, are you excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2 and do you think there's going to be a big reveal coming up next week? Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.